to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. Another welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for all of your kind comments, and a special thank you to everyone who has reached out on Etsy and everyone who is leaving suggestions in my comment box for reading suggestions. I really appreciate that too. In fact, today's topic is a suggestion that somebody left in my comment section, and I just want to thank you for your suggestion. You know who you are. Today's topic is all about whether or not you should tell the person on your mind how you feel and what their reaction will be. So the person on your mind that maybe you have feelings for, should you tell them how you feel? And what will their reaction be if you do decide to do that? So please join us, pull up a chair, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today, and we're all friends when we gather around my table. We do have 3 different piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 here with the yellow flower. Pile number 2 with the orange flower. And pile number 3 here with the pink rose. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting from Spirit, and I'm going to jump into pile number 1. Again, today's topic is all about, should you tell the person on your mind how you feel, and what will their reaction be if you do? Pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You were drawn to the yellow flower. You're also drawn to this card. It says, be willing to express love. Express love to receive love. It's number 6. And in 6s, for me, tarot is very collaborative. It's like when we're helping other people to maintain balance, when we're trying to achieve our goals, it's like we sometimes have to help each other. So this could be a directive from your guides. You could be perhaps being sort of afraid with the yellow energy to express yourself in some way. Maybe you don't know how you're going to be received. It's also a sunflower, which encourages us to look at the sun and to keep our head high towards the sun, because the sunflower will turn its flower head towards the sun as it rotates through the day. And so there's something here as well about this huge shell, this big conch shell, and how, you know, when you hold it up to your ear, it's like you can hear the ocean. And so there's this feeling about maybe communication that's not happening vocally between the two of you, but there's some type of spiritual or emotional communication that is happening here. So let's take a look here. I'm going to be using the Radiant Tarot for you for the beginning of your reading. And we're going to get Spirit's advice about, should you tell this person how you feel, and what will their reaction be if you do? So let's get some advice from Spirit. Well, first, to start with their reaction. What will this person's reaction be if pile 1 decides to express themselves? And the card that you were drawn to is, be willing to express love, to receive love. So we have here the 4 of Pentacles with the Fool. What will their reaction please be? To pile number 1, if they expressed themselves, we have the 8 of Swords. I just heard it's a step in the right direction. That's what I just heard. It's a step in the right direction. We have the 8 of Pentacles. Ooh. We do have the 5 of Swords with the 10 of Pentacles coming out here. And on the floor, we have the Star and the Ace of Cups. Ooh, this is interesting. Now, I am dealing with the collective energy, so I do have multiple energies that are floating in. So please take the messages as they come, as they resonate to your situation. I do want to place this here because I am getting multiple messages coming in. Back of the deck is the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. So you could be the Queen of Swords. You could be an air sign, an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. But the Queen of Swords here is a leader in communication. And this is kind of your guide's way of saying, you know, if you have something to say, it's okay to say it. If you're holding yourself back from something, you could be holding yourself back from potential and some sweet results that await. Even here within the 8 of Pentacles, there's a honeybee, and it's actually on this flower that kind of looks like a sunflower, doesn't it? And the honeybee, I think of self-sacrifice, because I think of all the work that the worker bees put in to the hive, but I also think about the sweet results that await us once those honeybees self-sacrifice. And so they're really talking about nothing ventured, nothing gained here in relation to you. And maybe you've had a lot to say to this person for a really long time, because the Knight of Pentacles is talking about longevity. And you can see that it's a stag riding on this white horse. The white horse is hope. You know, there's freedom within this. Spirit doesn't want to feel like you are being forced to go forward to express yourself, but they also want you to understand that, first of all, freedom, it's a choice, of course, but that facing a wall of fear and then facing that wall and pushing through it is a way to forge strength. So it's a way to create clarity. It's a way to forge strength for you. And it's a way to create momentum in a stagnant situation if you find yourself in at this moment. And I did hear the message, you know, it's a step in the right direction here with the Sun. There is this feeling about part of their reaction being a little bit hesitant because of their fear factors or some type of practical issue at play. But it also ignites this hope factor. It also creates sort of the possibility of more growth beyond that point. So I feel like when you express yourself to this person, they may hesitate to go leaping into a brand new idea or into a brand new relationship with you. But Spirit's talking about after a period of maybe some adjustments, after some period of them maybe clearing out some clutter, maybe some practical clutter, maybe some emotional clutter, I see new beginnings here, new emotional starts. And in the very least, the star encourages us to express ourselves so that we can redirect our focus at that point. Again, nothing ventured and if nothing gained. It's like we'll never know if we never express ourselves. And there's this possibility for someone watching for new emotional starts, the beginnings of relationships where the two of you starts to explore more, get to know each other a little bit more deeply. And this is like a propellant that leads to more beginnings. You know, the Ace of Cups is just the beginnings of the story. We start to progress into the Two of Cups, which was relationships, and the Three of Cups, which is going out and having fun. And then we have this star where we're redirecting the energy between the two of you into something more abundant. Now, we did have the Ten of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. Now, there could be a work connection here for someone watching at this time, but also there could be conflict within commitments, and that could test the strength of the person that you are expressing your feelings towards. So if there are practical obstacles in the way in the form of relationships or commitments of any kind, Spirit says you're going to be privy to that, and you're going to know that that's going to come up if you express yourself. So take that as it resonates to your situation. They're saying that this won't become as a surprise to you again if this person's in a commitment, and that's what's making you hesitate. Then you can expect a little bit of a hesitation from their part to really propel themselves into a new emotional start with you. Because I do feel like a sense of hesitation coming from them as a reaction, but also potential. It's again, the hesitation is matched with potential. This conflict is matched with opportunity. And so they say it's a step in the right direction. Clarifying yourself. Maybe there's not a complete clearance for growth and launching paths into new beginnings, but we're going in the right direction. Let's clarify this reading. For pile number 1, please. Should they express themselves, and what would their reaction be if they do? We have the King of Wands. It could be a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. There's the Empress. There's the Wheel of Fortune. They're talking about turn of events that will be in your favor because you're pushing that wheel forward. You're the one fighting through your obstacles, your fears, by communicating how you really feel. Now, they're talking about their reaction in relation to Temperance energy and to some work that needs to be done, that will need to be begun at that time for the person on your mind. So the person that you're coming forward to express yourself to, they're going to have some adjustments and some work to do at that point to create clearances for growth. So you may find a delay in their ability to create change or their ability to move into an abundant new emotional start with you. There could be a slight delay in their reaction. There could be a slight delay in the actions that they take in regards to their reaction. But what you do is you give them a new outlook. You give them a new perspective on which to launch themselves from. So maybe they're sitting in a position where they are in a commitment, but they feel like they're stuck there. But you've given them some sort of hope, a new focus, a new redirection here. We do have the Justice and we have the Queen of Wands. And your guides are saying yes to this proclamation. They are saying yes to you being a leader in your own experience to express yourself, because they say if you don't express yourself here, you may be waiting for this person to express themselves. And this Queen, she doesn't wait. Even when she's feeling insecure, even when she's not sure what's going to happen in the future, there's upgrades that could happen in this connection. And there's a lot of potential for more if you express yourself. We're building upon foundations and we're communicating to the universe what that foundation is going to be encompassed by, which is going to be your confidence. So I do feel like you could have a positive result if you reach out to this person or if you express yourself to this person by bringing your fears to the surface. I feel like it could result in new emotional starts from for this connection, but I do feel like there will be a slight delay in the response of your person or in their actions towards you in return. I feel like there still will be movement in the right direction, but there's going to be a slight delay, but we're climbing the ladders towards success. So climbing this ladder is a way to achieve the clarity between the two of you. And they're also saying that it could create, you expressing yourself is going to create a temptation or light a fire underneath this person to start to make adjustments in whatever will be holding them back, whether it's fear, whether it's something practical. You light a fire underneath them and you show them the potential that's there. And it's huge. Look at how big that egg is, but it needs to be incubated. And there will be some type of incubation period. Oops. We have stag spirit take the lead. Emphasis on stag energy. And they bring forward the message of like a deer in a headlights. Like we have a choice between being a deer in the headlights or being in a leadership role with the stag. And we have spirit has a plan. Back of the deck says crow spirit, time to co-create with spirit. Number 17, Aquarius energy. You could be the Aquarius. There's also Libra here very strongly as well. And the crow can communicate like a parrot. It has the vocal capabilities to communicate. It's talking about redirection and refocus that you could apply to this connection that could create a change of attitude or a change of perception of what is capable or what is available to this person. So they may not even know how you feel, and that is what's going to change everything, is by you just proclaiming how you feel. And spirit wants you to know that they have a plan for you, that they have your back, that they have a plan for you. They are emphasizing the work realm. So for someone watching, not for everyone, but this could be in relation to the work realm. Should they express themselves? Should they tell this person how they feel? And what will their reaction be? We have here a new earth. It's happening. It says keep holding the vision. And we have messenger on the back of your deck. Serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Spirit is calling you the messenger. Spirit is definitely green lighting you taking some sort of action and telling this person how you feel. And oftentimes our guides will always sort of prioritize us bringing our truth to the surface, because that's a way for us to communicate to the universe that we're always prepared to leap despite any fears that or reservations that we may have in a situation. Let's get one of these from your guides and angels. Advice, please, for pile number 1 in relation to this connection in the future. Should they take action? We have here learning experience. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. In the very least, Spirit says you're going to gain awareness over their position or over their obstacles. You're also going to create a spark of intention under this person that forces them to face those obstacles a little bit more in a more of a timely fashion. We have optimism. Back of the deck says sleep. We also have here healing. Pray, hope, and don't worry with Padre Pio. Now the sleep energy is speaking about perhaps you sleeping upon this intention or upon this inspiration that has come in from Spirit for some time. And they're encouraging you to take action at this time. Advice, please, for pile number 1 in relation to this connection. Success, bloom wherever you are planted, pile 1. Back of the deck says discover. It's time to look at the early dewdrops before they disappear with the morning sun. And it's a beautiful reminder that when we feel inspired to speak, that opportunity is often fleeting. The opportunity to act or to speak is often fleeting, and we have to take those opportunities as they come, or else we'll never be able to discover. It's like the early bird gets the worm. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. Advice for pile number 1 in relation to this person on their mind. We have the Ace of Pentacles, opportunity. We have the 8 of Wands, communication, movement, momentum, and the 2 of Pentacles reversed. So we're on the fence. We don't know what to do. We're not feeling secure in our situation. We're not feeling secure in how we're going to be received. But this 2 of Pentacles, again, if we don't adjust it, we'll always be in this misalignment. We're always going to be uncertain. And there's never going to be a moment where we feel completely safe in any situation. So this is a beautiful opportunity for us to gain mastery over that fear, which we can then kind of correspond or relate to every aspect of our journey. It's like we're chipping away at a fear that we all possess. We do have the button for mending. We have the honeybee. Self-sacrifice, sweet results that can await when we speak up. We have the leaf of change next to the little seashell. And the seashell, I think, was there a seashell on yours? Yeah, there was a seashell. It's about trusting in your inner wisdom. I think about the high priestess, and the curled end shows it hides secrets. We can't tell what's inside of there. We do have here the skull and crossbones, being at a crossroads and transition, reality and grief. We have made with love, and we have here the sailboat. It's a dime, so I think about October, Libra energy, and the 10th of any month from 2009. I also think of children with the made of with love energy, so this person could be a parent. Aries, and we have the Ace of Swords, so clarity, truth, and revelations. Button for mending. And the Divine Masculine may have to mend some things, may have to make some adjustments before they can move into a independent phase and move into a definitive relationship with you, but I see progress. All right, love, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my link below for Etsy for a personal reading, but I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2, you are drawn to the orange flower, or to this card. It says, like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. And this is your reading. Should you tell the person on your mind how you feel and what would their reaction be? Now this card speaks about being more loving, being more open, expressing ourselves through our heart space, and how like does attract like. So this could talk about mutual feelings between the two of you that you perhaps are privy to, or that you already know are in existence. So let's take a look here. We have the Ace of Cups. Should pile number 2, please, should they reach out and tell this person how they feel? And how can they expect to be received by their person, please? Should they tell their person how they feel? We have the 8 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. We have the 10 of Coins. We also have the Empress coming out as well. We also have the 8 of Wands. Back of the deck we have the Hanged Man. And we have the 4 of Coins. Ooh, there's the Death energy, which is not a bad thing at all. So let's clarify this as we go. First of all, we have the Hanged Man here. And in this Hanged Man energy, she's crossing her little legs at the very top, if you can notice that. And so there's this hesitation inside of you. Maybe you've been inspired to do this for a while. We have the 8 of Cups here with the 5 of Pentacles. And you can see here with this 8 of Cups, what's interesting is this is not a dolphin, but a mermaid that's taking a deep dive. This Queen of Cups is also a mermaid who's suppressed underneath the water as well. And so there's this expectation about taking action and perhaps leading to some type of moving away from something else. So moving away from perhaps the current state of your relationship, so moving into a relationship with this person. It could also, for someone watching, mean that you expressing yourself means that you're going to remove yourself from an already present dynamic. So maybe you're in a relationship, maybe you're still holding on emotionally to a relationship, and you are afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. You don't want to be hurt again, or you don't want to hurt others. I'm dealing with collective energy, so please take these messages as they resonate to your situation. But there's this hesitation to perform the act, to sort of express ourselves. And the Empress even wanted to come out reversed, because I feel like you're not feeling abundant because of the things that you've expressed or dealt with in the past, because of insecurities that you're taking and bringing into this situation or into this attraction. It's like, I feel like you don't want to be hurt again. You don't want to be disappointed again. So it's like you avoid expressing yourself because it's easier to do that. But Spirit wants us to understand the difference between practical ease in the human experience and spiritual development and spiritual struggles, because everyone knows that it's easy sometimes to walk away, but it's not easy to emotionally release. We have the Sun. And I feel like you're anticipating being rejected or something. When Spirit actually is talking here about surrendering to this desire in your heart, and that communicates a lack of resistance. You are communicating a resistance in this moment by keeping yourself suppressed but they're encouraging expression at this moment, to be honest with you. And they say that in this action of expression, it's not only going to, it's kind of serving a double mission, because it's not just acting as, you know, clarity for this person. It's also communicating to the universe your focus and your determination to overcome those obstacles of fear and defeat, to gain mastery over those experiences from the past, and which aligns you more closely to the frequency of this Empress energy, which you already are. There's a message around motherhood here too. So someone watching could be a parent, and that could be one of the reasons why you're afraid to express yourself, because you're including other souls in the midst of change. So there's a message there as well, but that again is not for everyone. They're actually saying that expressing yourself is going to empower you. It's going to help you move beyond what has been holding you back from expressing yourself. They're even saying that when it comes to disappointments in love, when it comes to heartbreak that you've experienced, they are saying that the worst is behind you. We have the Six of Wands, and they want you to feel more confident about who you are. They want you to understand that faking that confidence to perform the act is going to trick the universe too. It's like if we continue to fake it till we make it, eventually the universe and even yourself, you're not going to be able to tell the difference between true confidence and the beginnings of where you started to pretend that you were confident. We all sometimes have to do it afraid. And I'm hearing that Rihanna quote that was online for so long in an interview. Somebody asked her, you know, what do you do when you're not feeling confident? She's like, pretend. What else is there to do other than pretend? We have the Page of Cups, because they're really encouraging you to express yourself. There's the Mermaid again, offering up this cup. I feel like it's like it will come as a surprise to this person. It will come as a surprise to this person that you have the courage to say something. But there's a huge amount of potential here for you to express yourself. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Back of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords with the Judgment. And you're holding on to this Ten of Swords. This is just a support to the Hanged Man. You know, you're holding on to this expectation of maybe rejection, permanent loss, just fear. You're just holding on to such negative expectations. But Spirit's like, let's think about this again. There's the Ace of Pentacles. Like, let's judge why we're holding on to these negative expectations. Does it really have anything to do with this connection, or does it have everything to do with what you've been through? And that is real, and they're not trying to negate it. They're not trying to argue against it. They're just trying to bring our awareness back to this moment, that when we're focused on what has happened in the past, we are moving ourselves into that timeline energetically. And the Spirit just wants to bring you to this moment that is talking about victory, this moment where you're going to be received well. And we have here the Ten of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles, a spirit of security, of dependability. And the Ten of Pentacles for me really speaks about two people that are working together to build something together, to build abundance together. You can see loyalty being expressed here. There's a bunch of children underneath. And again, maybe that's where your loyalties lie, is to your children at this moment. But that's why Spirit says that your joy, your journey is so important as almost as like a leadership role, or it's like they're watching you. They're watching you, and they're watching sort of the actions that you take, and they're watching how much care and abundance you throw into yourselves, and they're going to use that as a self-example for their actions in the future. So that's why they're encouraging movement here. You clarify, please, the Eight of Wands. How will they be received? They're talking about an upgrade. I think that this person that you want to express yourself to, I think that they like you a lot. And I think that I think they're feeling vulnerable. That's why they're hesitating. But we have the Nine of Cups on the back of the deck. The desires that you actually want within your heart space, if you're crushing on this person, they could be crushing on you too. And I just see this gentleman coming up with an offer. It's like coming up with a bouquet. It's like renewals and romance coming in. So it's like the exact opposite of what's holding you back and your concerns and worries. We have the Four of Wands. Back of the deck, we have here the Three of Pentacles on the back of the deck. And we have the Four of Pentacles here with the Death energy. And this buzzard reminds us that everything you have been through is not going to go to waste in this new opportunity. You're going to start to build upon foundations. And it's like everything that you've been through is serving as a launching pad towards your success here. There's potential for huge beginnings, huge opportunity. Here's the Death energy, rebirths. But you can see she's the one that's going beyond that veil. She's peeking behind it. She's facing the truth of the past, and she's allowing herself to go into a state of flow, avoiding resistance and moving into an abundant more timeline. So I feel like there's going to be very positive results for you if you do express yourself. For some watching, this is a huge upgrade. Now it takes time for us to develop that upgrade, and they want you to start small. You know, don't be afraid to start small. Don't be afraid to launch yourself in a comfortable flow towards more. But the Eight of Wands is encouraging movement. It's a fire that's being lit underneath you. The inspiration that you've had to express yourself didn't just come from nowhere. It came from your guides. It came from your higher self. So they are encouraging that. And they say that you're going to have a very favorable outcome if you do. Four of Wands is reasons to celebrate. The Eight of Wands is propelling yourself towards upgrades in your experience. So they're not even just talking about emotional upgrades for you. They're also talking about like practical upgrades for you, making your life better because you're moving into a new relationship. We do have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And it says this is worth waiting for. Divine timing has been at work in your love life, but they want you to define what exactly you want through your actions in this case. And they want you to start with your confidence. If you're able to tap into some confidence, spend some time in your heart space developing that confidence and focusing on the abundance that you already have in the present moment. Because there's a chemistry here, there's a strong magnetic attraction. And I love that because it's like attracts like. It's a perfect full circle in your reading. Like attracts like, there's already a strong magnetic attraction between the two of you, and your worst fears are not going to be realized here. What can they expect, please? What are their reactions going to be when they express themselves to you? We have the fox spirit, think on your feet. And I did see the King of Swords. So this person perhaps is a Libra, maybe an Aquarius or Gemini. It's like you're going to catch them off guard. It's going to come as a surprise that you have the courage to say something. It's going to catch them off guard. They're going to have to think on their feet. We also have here Nightingale. Oh, the Nightingale spirit. Love is all around, and it's sitting here on this. I don't know what it's called. What are those old music players called? But it's sitting here playing its song. Love is all around. Like attracts like. It's like we just have to cast out the net and we're going to catch it. And we also have here Porcupine spirit, time for beginner's mind. You don't have to start huge. You just have to start small. The porcupine is going to go through the forest unbothered because it knows it has protection. It knows that it feels confident in itself. It feels secure within itself. And because it feels so secure within itself, it doesn't fear the unknown. And that's what Spirit is encouraging for you as well. We do have here Brown Bear Spirit, take a time out, number 9. Now this is boundaries and the Queen of Swords energy for me with the bear. And so in this moment, it's asking us to retreat, to make a plan, to just worry about that next step, our next step towards this person in revealing ourselves. But they're encouraging that beginner's mind. They're encouraging you to go and surrender to this influence that you've been experiencing. We have here Serenity. Value the quiet days with only the rustling leaves, breaking the silence. And it says here, dare to be tender and strongly vulnerable. And that's it's going to test your heart space, but that's what Spirit is encouraging you to do. We have release on the back of the deck and lighten your load. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Advice for pile number 2 in relation to this person. We have the 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh, not just the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands reversed and the High Priestess reversed. And that's why Spirit says that if you are experiencing that Empress reversed energy, if you're not feeling confident in yourself, that's not the true nature of who you are. It's just not. And that's why you feel so restless and you feel so uncomfortable, because that's not who you are. You need to tap into confidence. Tap into your sense of security so that you can overpower this ego energy that's threatening to hold you back from revelation. The 10 of Cups is all about the full spectrum and the pot of gold that could be waiting for us if we dare to release that full spectrum. And the High Priestess here is in relation to your Queen of Wands, who is reversed, because we're not listening to the notes of intuition. Every time we fall into a victim mentality, or every time we feel a lack within ourselves, we're not listening to the notes of our intuition, which is perhaps prompting us to just do exactly what we feel called to do, which is express ourselves. We have here the Divine Feminine shoe in mourning. So you may have been mourning something from the past that you really thought highly of. but Spirit wants you to be in motion as you mourn. It's like we can cry, but we need to get up and keep walking forward. So even if we can't release completely from the past, expressing ourselves in this connection will give the universe a beautiful reason to continue that process of release for us. And in the very least, we're walking forward. We do have A and H, and we have Dolphin. I think of friendship. I think about leaping into new beginnings and joy, having fun together. We're at a crossroads here when it comes to release and transition. We do have the stethoscope. I think of hospital nursing connection, but it's the white stethoscope, the Queen of Cups here, the heart space, which is prioritized by her journey. And this is really about expressing ourselves and seeing what will be revealed to us. It's like, they want us to express ourselves. We have the key and we have the plume of peace. All right, pile 2, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates. If it does, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can also check out my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope you come and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the pink rose, or to this card. It says true love. This love is once in a lifetime. And this is your reading. Should you tell the person how you feel and what will their reaction be? You can see this couple here. It's number 30, which can talk about building upon foundations. This could really indicate that there's a lot to be sort of gained in this connection. You were drawn to the rose, the pink rose, which really speaks to the heart space and being expressive and blooming. So hopefully this is a very good sign of what you have been drawn to. So let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Sante Morte Book of the Dead Tarot for you for the beginning of your reading. Should pile number 3 tell the person on their mind how they feel? What would their reaction be? To pile number 3, please. You have the 4 of Swords. There's an energy of like really, really holding back. This person's nailing a coffin shut. And the 4 of Swords is supposed to be meditative. It's supposed to actually prepare us for new beginnings or new launches, or in this case, it's like we're sticking a nail in the coffin. You have the 8 of Swords. Should pile number 3 tell the person on their mind how they feel? We have the Knight of Wands. We have the 3 of Wands. And we have the 7 of Cups. Back of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the 4 of Wands. Now we have some very combative energies here. We're starting with the 4 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, and then we move into movement. Like we have restriction and we move into movement. Your back of deck is this Knight of Swords who's sticking the sword down his throat, and then we have it supported by the 4 of Wands. So I do feel like you've hesitated quite a bit because you're not sure what the response is going to be. And maybe you've already decided what you think the response is going to be or what the reaction is going to be here. It's like there's a lot of confusion about what you expect to receive as an outcome here. And yet the Knight of Wands, the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Wands says fire is a powerful element and it propels us forward. The passion that you feel, the attraction that you feel is supposed to create a reaction in you. We have the Hierophant. We have the Devil, Capricorn. We have Taurus, Capricorn energy. A lot of fire energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. 3 of Wands. The 6 of Cups. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. Back of the deck is the Ace of Cups supporting this King of Swords or Knight of Swords. And we have the Temperance as well. I feel like you're not ready to express yourself. Spirit says you don't feel ready to express yourself. But they also want to gently remind you that there's never going to be a moment where you feel ready. That you're going to feel completely secure in your position or with the outcome. You're never going to feel ready. But they're also talking about how, in this case, in your pile, you're not ready to take Spirit's advice in the present moment. And that's okay. The purpose of the tarot reading is just to help you reflect upon what to do so that you can make the best possible decision that you feel like you can make in the present moment. So they're already anticipating that you don't feel ready to execute at this time. Even with this Knight of Swords, it's like, oh, I'm not ready. So maybe you need to fill up your own cup first. Maybe you need to establish a certain amount of rapport or sort of an abundant mindset before you take action here, because even the Temperance here is talking about some of the delays that maybe you've already sort of contributed to here in this connection, but also that may continue into the future a little bit. Yeah, it's like you're going to keep yourself waiting, Spirit says, and that's okay. They are encouraging expansion. They are encouraging being generous with this person. They say that the only way that we can expect vulnerability in return is if we're vulnerable with others. And so this could even be a friendship that has been established maybe in the past, maybe in the work realm. But there's more than meets the eye than friendship here, isn't there? And I feel like you feel that as well. They say that actually expressing yourself is going to give you the options that you're looking for. We're leading from such a limited perspective or limited options available to us because of our attachments to fear and insecurity. But what we do if we do take action is we express ourselves and we open up the ability for this person to match us equally. And to be honest with you, I am dealing with collective energy, so it's hard to pinpoint one specific person, but I see commitment cycles coming in as one of the options, one of the possibilities here. You feeling secure within yourself. It's a huge, huge deviation from where you're starting from with the Four of Swords, feeling insecure, feeling like you need to heal, feeling like you need to hesitate before action, dealing with a reality check in the present realm. And now we're moving into security. The Four of Wands is abundance. The Eight of Wands says go for it. It says take action, face the reality of the transition, face some of the grief that you're going to have to face when we hit those moments of fear and we have to propel ourselves beyond that fear. It's momentum, it's movement. They are saying yes to your proclamation here. And they say that there's the possibility for this secure energy and moving into commitments. Now I want to clarify as we go forward here. Whoops. What will their reaction be, please? For someone watching, their reaction is going to be very generous. It's going to be very mutual. You were drawn to the true love. This is a romance of a lifetime, and they are meeting each other equally here. And I do feel like there's a generosity that can be anticipated from this person with the Six of Cups. You can see that she's reaching out to grab a cup too. It's like somebody who's very protective over your connection or protective over you in general. What will their reaction be, please, Spirit? You have the Eight of Cups, the Six of Swords. And the Eight of Cups is about moving on, moving away, moving on from unfulfilling cycles, moving on from unfulfilling relationships too for someone watching. So proclaiming yourself here could result in this person getting the clarity that they need to be able to remove themselves from a situation that's unfulfilling for them so they can move into something with you. We have here the Magician and the Queen of Wands. Now for someone watching, I do feel like there's a competitive energy or some sort of competition for this person, or maybe even for you, but there's some type of competition that will be a result of your proclamation. So it's like we hit a bit of a hurdle once we proclaim ourselves because there could be other people involved or there could be competition in some type of way. I feel like there's a slight delay. It's like a slight wait that you're going to have to experience before you move into an abundant timeline with this person. But that's for like one specific energy that's watching. Here's the Queen of Pentacles again. And here's the Queen of Cups expressing herself into the Two of Cups. So expressing yourself here could result in a relationship. And you can see both of these people are waist deep in the water. They're clinking glasses. They're approaching each other equally again, but they're both feeling the same way. You know, they're both afraid to bring their truth to the surface. And if they do, they form a relationship. So they are encouraging you to take action. And because I'm dealing with the collective energy, there's a lot of different scenarios that Spirit is showing me in the present moment as a result. But the biggest option that they're showing me as a collective energy is this Queen of Pentacles, is you feeling secure in your position. And she's filled with fertility. She's filled with whatever fertility means to her, whatever she wants to kind of launch from this opportunity that could be available to you in the future of this connection. What will their reaction be, please? I think that the reaction is going to be very mutual. The Three of Wands, Three of Wands. Whoops. We have here Owl Spirit. You see things clearly now. And that's the other thing too, is that it's going to clear up confusion between the both of you. It's going to clear up the confusion that they feel about your feelings and vice versa. It's also going to clear up confusion for you about what would hold them back. So if there are obstacles, they're going to be able to lay those out for you. They're going to be able to tell you what the obstacles are. You're going to see things clearly. And that still makes you feel very secure. That makes you feel like progress has been made. And then we have this Four of Wands. New emotional starts with the Ace of Cups. This is very, very abundantly potential energy. And they call it potential because the future is so fluid. You know, we get to look at the potentials and we get to decide what we're going to participate within. But so much potential. And they want you to prioritize the joy of that journey and not prioritize the end game here, because we have this Temperance energy about finding joy within the journey and that leading us to positive results. But this Queen of Swords energy with the Owl, the only way that she can gain in that wisdom is by overcoming her obstacles with determination, by sometimes being propelled to act when she doesn't feel ready. Here's the Chameleon Spirit. Act as if with the 14. Act as if you have everything you want in this present moment, to create the balance you need to propel yourself. And so to prepare, if you're not ready at this moment to express yourself, that's what we can do in preparation. It's like this chameleon who changes their shade depending on their environment, acting as if. We also have here time to let go, the Groundhog Spirit. So they're asking you to express yourself, and then they're asking you to let go of the result. They're asking you to let go of the outcome, because it's like making an Amazon order. We put in the order and we just expect it to arrive to us, and that's how we kind of bolster ourselves with confidence. Even if we have to put on a mask in order to execute the change, Spirit says even if we have to do it afraid, that's what they're encouraging at this time. I did see watch your words on the back of that deck as well. What can they expect, please, if they do reach out to their person and tell them how they feel? Hidden depths, you only see the surface. It's time to look beyond. And they're really speaking too about your limited aspects here, your limited focus when it comes to change, and how maybe you're putting a bit of a preemptive nail in that coffin. Maybe it's too soon to kind of throw the towel in on this opportunity, because it's a limited expectation that you're operating from. It's creating this prison of the mind for us, which is creating attachment to insecurity, codependent energies. And Spirit says the only solution to that, the only key, is to act, to push against the walls. It's like you only see the surface. You need to look beyond even your own emotions that are contributing to this delay. We have here potential. The littlest key can open the heaviest door. And change, as with falling leaves, embrace it. Embrace the changes that can come, because they can be so abundant. This is positive change. This is huge momentum coming in. Back of the deck says forgiveness. A crushed flower still gives off a sweet scent. So if there is a forgiveness cycle that needs to come full circle in order for you to propel yourself, if you're holding on to old pain that's contributing to this reality in the 3D situation and contributing to your position, Spirit says that the forgiveness cycle is for you so that you can launch yourself into new emotional, new beginnings and healing patterns for yourself. So let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Advice for pile number 3 in relation to expressing themselves to the person on their mind. Three of Wands. I just saw the Hermit too. The Hermit just showed itself in the bowl. Virgo energy. We have the Sun reversed and we have the Queen of Cups. They're talking about some delays, frustrating delays that maybe you're creating in this moment, creating towards the expansion at this time. And they are anticipating again that your heart space may not be ready at this moment to launch. And that's okay, because they're walking with you no matter what path you choose. And that's why they're highlighting perhaps the Hermit energy, because they're saying you can take baby steps towards your goals. And the Hermit requires a plan of action. We do have L and T. And we do have the Surrender. I think of the Devil, I think about addiction, or I think about attachment. Those are the 9 of Wands. And it's like insecurity that is holding us back. We do have like this persistence energy with the hammer, I think of the work realm, but I also think about putting in the effort and it will empower us. But here's the slow handsaw. So there's this feeling about not, again, delays in gratification or delays in clarity, creating them. Here's the blue lips. I think of someone who hasn't been kissed in a while. And we have the key. And there's the Star of Aquarius. All right, that's what I have for you today, pile 3. If it resonates with you, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. I would love to read for you. You can also check out my links for Etsy for a personal reading. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.